Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Street Savvy from J-Works Studio and Entertainments in upstate New York. I am J-Works, the host, and I hope you folks got up to a great morning because I have and I will be a part of today. So, folks, we got a great topic for you this morning. It's do you value your friendship and your partnership at home, at work, or anywhere else where you at? Or do people value you and your opinions? Do you value the friendship? But before we get started, we got some great news around the world. Sports news, just to name a few, and a big happy birthday to my guy, Bobby Brown, the king of R&B and hip hop. In my eyes, in my era, no one can take that away from me. That's my public opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. He started off in the first supergroup that anybody ever known. Anybody ever known. Started off in 1983. Right? When they hit the waves, Candy Girl, all sorts of things is coming out. Everything. Popcorn Love, all that good things. But else, Bobby left the group 1986. I Need a Girlfriend hit the charts. And there you go, history, folks. That man, the man of the hour, from Grammys to music awards, to hosting shows to movies, Pink Panther, How to Be a Player, things of that nature. Going on to Bravo to a hit show with his family. Things of that nature, and still dominating the charts with the group he started with all 6 members and the 3 original members of New Edition. The man Bobby Brown is still kicking. Folks, this man has lost a lot from mother to father, to son to daughter, ex-wife, sisters, aunties. The man is still standing. Great family today, wife, Alicia, more kids. Man, I'm so proud of you, bro. They said with the good comes the bad. What about what the good come with? Greatness, honesty, loyalty to the family and God. Hey, Bob, this bud is for you. Happy birthday, my brother. Enjoy. So, folks, yes, in sports, it's been crazy news in the NBA. Crazy news, trade news all over. The Jimmy Butler saga down in Miami. He wants to be traded. His team's willing to throw their whole season away up in Phoenix. You know, they trying to give away boatloads to get Jimmy. But sources says it's a backdoor deal to that. Kevin Durant's trying to go to Golden State. We don't know how that's going to happen. But both teams got capital. Both teams got owners who's very aggressive and get what they want. No matter what cap space, with luxury room, or luxury taxes, we're going to see where Jimmy Butler ends. There's been other trade news, but nothing more bigger than that. And the Luka Doncic deal with Anthony Davis going over to Dallas and Luka to LA. Folks, in my opinion, LA is one of the mid teams right now in the West. You know, they up. They up right now, and they winning. They won real big last night against the in-city rivals, the Clippers. They beat them in handily fashion without Luka. But we all know defense wins championships. Not scoring titles, defense. And LA got to really pick it up and really ball down. They got to go out and get somebody real thick and big in the middle because they got some slinky guy in the middle, and I don't know if he's going to do it. But, well, they got LeBron James. But my Boston Celtics last night beat the Beast of the East. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Boston is 2-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Beast of the East. Cleveland Cavaliers start off with the best record in the league. Right now, the Celtics are on their heels. 36-15 and beating Cleveland. Hey, we right up on them. So, folks, my Celtics still number 1 in my eyes. And the Boston Bruins, they won a shutout. The Bruins have been an up and down season. They fired the coach just in the third or fourth week of the season, and they've been up and down. They haven't really won 5 games. They lose 3. They win 5, lose 4. But hey, hopefully it's getting to be a big start. So the Boston Bruins won a great game. It's good for Boston as well. But we got a big Super Bowl week, guys. We got teams that got nothing to do with us, but they're in the Super Bowl. But you got 2 black quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and the kid in Philly. You know, I hope somebody wins. But it ain't my Dallas Cowboys. I don't give too much. But if one of those teams is Philly or the Kansas City Chiefs or one of your teams, kudos to you. And there's 2 black men in the Super Bowl, and I'm glad for that, for Black History Month. But I don't celebrate Black History Month, folks, because why should me, as a black man, celebrate 1 month or 1 day? I want to celebrate a lifetime of black folk in general. And actually, we ain't black. A lot of us is brown. I don't know too many black people. And if I do, they from Africa, Ethiopia, or other places, any other places in the continent, that African continent. So, and they dark, but I'm brown. So, hey, get with that news. I want to give you a little background on this morning. God got me up, of course. Praise to all God. And if you praise Allah, praise Allah. But tomorrow was a great morning. I got up this morning, folks. I wasn't feeling too well last night, but got great sleep. An opportunity to get up and really talk to the people about what friendship is all about. And that's what today came up. I said, damn, what can I talk about this morning? And friendship. I have a lot of friends in this world that means dearly to my heart, and definitely family. You know, I got people I don't work with over the years, people I don't encounter with, baby mothers, friends, cousins, street nieces and nephews. I'm spread it out. And some days you feel misloved. I don't work with a lot of different people. I don't help people in their lives. I don't make films. I don't documented things that people never wanted to see in life and made it come to light. I'm truly a person that a friend can say, that's my friend or associate. I call them associates, but I'm Jay Works, man. I'm lovable, happy. If you see the good and the bad, and the good outweighs the bad. I got things that I need to still keep working on in my life that I work on. I don't use the blame game, which a lot of folks do in our culture. We blame other people instead of blaming ourselves for the hoopla and things we get into or the relationships. But I'm one who's not ever to blame someone. I can never blame anyone for my mishaps or my misunderstandings. So in that, being a friend is something dear to my heart. I don't care what it is, how it is. If I can help you, and if I got it, you got it. If I got 50 cents, you got 25. If I got 25, you got 12.50, and I got 12.50. However you want to work it, I want to make sure my friendship or my loyalty to you or where we got going is going to lie with me. I can't depend on anyone else but my word. And that's even in my house with my marriage. It ain't been the best marriage. I ain't been the best husband. But I'm always working at things I want. I told one of my friends, Tawana James Jackson and Shanika Phillips, 2 persons that's really dear to me on associate level, and friend level. And they actually was making the best decision by getting married. And they both would tell you, I told them, if I ain't, I have to deal with what I'm dealing with. I have to admit my wrongs and my doubts in my relationship with anybody. And they'll tell you, I told them that. And now, 16 years later, I'm still married. I'm still growing. I'm still working at some things. I'm still growing as a man today in a relationship and a friendship with Miss Works. And other things in life, I look at it as boundaries. Work, career, businesses, adventures, PD Code Sportswear that I grew. It's something that you can't deny when you want something. It's relationships in business and family and friends. And I try to upheld that no matter where I go and what I do, folks. Because no matter what you say, it's who you are inside. And the mistakes we're going to make or we're going to feel is what we're going to do. And we got to deal with it. Your friendship is what compels you to be the person you are today and tomorrow. I don't want to be in back of you, and I damn sure don't want to be in front of you as a friend. I want to be beside you as a brother, as an uncle, as a cousin, as a grandson. Because that's what matters to me. Look shoulder to shoulder, not face to face, at any uphill battle. I don't know what anyone does and how they feel when they betray someone, when they befriend someone. But the best feeling is you did your best to be who you are. That's what matters. Because not all relationships meant to last forever. Not all. And some do. Don't get me wrong, some do. Some relationships last in moments, good, bad, uniqueful, groundbreaking, and life-changing. You know, I know some friends I've known since birth, and we still friends today. And I said birth, because we grew up and was born the same year. Everything we have become, we succumbed. We are living. We are living. We done lost a lot, but we done gained love and respect, and everything else comes with that. And I hope you guys, take advantage of your relationship with your family and your friends, because you never know. Folks, we have lost a lot in the last, 365 days. In my city in Boston, I think we lost like 11 people that I've known or loved or respect or had a relationship with in the last year. It's been hurtful. In New York State, lost about 7 in the last year that I've known, loved, and respect as a friend or a family. It's been hard on the heart of a lot of us. And again, those are relationships we have built. And to come to know that I love you, if anything. But folks, I want you today, after you see this podcast, call your best friend. Call your bestie. Call your brother, your big sister, your little brother, your favorite niece and nephew. Tell them you love them. Call your best friend. If you're not speaking, if you ain't talked to them in years, call them and tell them you love them. With all the things that's going on in our atmosphere, on this lovely continent, on earth today, with dirt and soil, you need to tell someone that you've been in past or previous relationships that you love them, because you never know when the untimely demise happens. None of us is promised tomorrow. None of us. And I'm going to tell you something. When God makes that appointment, there's no calling in. There's no I need a favor. There's no I need a day off. You're going to make that appointment. No minute less. No minute later. You will make that appointment. So let's be frank. Tell someone. Call someone. Tell a friend you love them. Especially if you build relationships with them. And that's from work. That's from home. That's from anywhere. You need to tell them that. Because no matter what you built, no matter what you say you didn't do and what you wouldn't do, it's people and things around the world you always going to remember. I got childhood friends. Wow. We only live around each other and we still have that combo. We still have that energy. And people don't know anything about Jay Works. I'm the biggest baseball fan ever known. I played ball, tried out for pro baseball. I played football in high school. I did everything I wanted to do in life and more, and I'm trying to succeed. I'm a middle-aged man that love relationships on every level. Platonic, friendship, honesty, even with my wife. Some days it be a strain. Some days you can't win an argument. But there's a relationship that's there. And I always say, I never want my wife, my children, or anybody around me to walk away from me not knowing I love them. And I want them to be happy with or without me, or without not being around me. And I tell my wife that all the time. Hey, I know I'm a lot to handle on every level. And you are too, by the way, if you're listening. But I want you to be happy with or without me. And that's any situation. I don't want to hold anybody hostage with my rapport or with my bullshit, my gospel, or my prospering ways in life. I'm a Leo. I'm very cocky, but I'm very understandable. And I do listen a lot. And yet, I'm still learning as a man to build prominent relationships in any situation. I'll tell you a story. My stepson, love him dearly. Love him dearly. Lord help you. I've known this young fella since he was 2 years old. 2 years old. He's 22 today. 22. And the relationship I done built with this kid is one of the best things I ever done in my life. Ever. Besides having a relationship with God, this kid here, this young man, Isaiah Jones, he's one of my best friends. I have been there through thick and thin with my stepson. I ain't never seen the word step or halfway with him. He's been all mine. His dad knows that, and his mother knows that, respectfully. This kid has shown me so much respect and love and honesty and guidance to let me lead him in ways that have been prominent and things I never had opportunity to do with my other kids. I had to do with him. And I tell him sometimes, when stuff get heated around here, you know, only stayed for you, Isaiah Jones. I stayed because of you, son. And I meant that at the bottom of my heart. Because what I done built with him through all this adversity, through speech, to understanding disabilities, to understanding life, understanding school and college, and him growing to be a man he is today, that's one of my biggest adversaries. Hugest achievement. And I never wanted any pat on the back. I just wanted to keep going and be the man I am today and make sure he a man to his kids, to his constituents and his friends. And to understand relationships built by honesty, trust, and respect. Not looking under, not looking around, but looking at someone. And truly, honestly believe in telling them the truth and without a doubt. You know, this morning in my preparation, I was watching the story of the Baltimore Ravens and the Ray Lewis story and the Tony Siragusa story. Rest in peace, Big Tony T. And they had a platform with all the winners of the 2000 championship of the Baltimore Ravens. They have Ray Lewis, Shannon Sharpe, a couple other players. The running back there. It was a whole bunch. And the coach, Brian Billick. And it was all about relationships, folks. It was relationships. And they talk about the first season. I don't know if you ever watched Hard Knock Life. It was an NFL show, live show taping and following these football players. Good, bad times, the ugly, the means, or whatever. In the teaching times. In the classrooms, in these pro stadiums, in these pro teams. And it was one of the teams, the Baltimore Ravens. And it was great respect around that locker room. From the head players, which was Ray Lewis, down to the quarterback, Brian Billick, the coach, Shannon Sharpe, the tight end, Jamal Lewis, the running back. It was relationships. From the linemen to the running backs, you name it, it was relationships on that team. And in between that, Ray Lewis was charged with murder, with accessory to murder. And he ended up beating it. And these guys had to learn and respect this man. I know he was a murderer, a God-fearing child, a human being who was reckless, but a menace on the field. But they all learned to respect this man, know he was God-fearing, know he was raised by his mother. And the reason I'm telling you guys this story, this piece, it was on a 30-30 film by film and production of ESPN. This relationship these guys had was overwhelming and compelling to me. I thought of it, I heard of it over the years, but when I watched it this morning, this piece, I said, wow, those guys really had it. Now, the big guy in the middle, Tony Siragusa on the defensive line, died in 2002. But they had a piece on him with his 3 children and his newborn. And he told them, that's your brother. Well, that's your sister, excuse me. And there was an EQ room and an emergency room, right? And the little boy, Tony, told him his name, told him the little girl's name, excuse me, and the last name, Siragusa. And the 2-year-old says, Siragusa. He said it with a vengeance. And when they was doing this 30-30 take, it showed the kids as being older. And their relationship is still there with the players, even though their father is gone. He's been gone 3 years, 2.5 years now. But the relationship is still there. And that's what I mean, folks, by relationships. I have relationships all over this world, honestly. And I know that's not even hard to believe because I'm me. I'm jolly and friendship. Again, I listen. And the majority of them is female. Female. And I will never have the answers for that. I don't think myself as a charmer. I don't think myself as a ladies' man. I think myself as just being me, plain Jay. That guy, Petey, Mr. Works, Jay Works, that associate, that friend, Uncle Works. You guys will never understand if I tell you how many Spanish nieces and nephews I have in upstate New York. I have so many on the west side, the best side of New York. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And some of them I don't know their mothers, their fathers, nobody in their family, but I'm Uncle Works. It's because the relationship I have built in the workplaces I have been and the doors I have opened for a lot of Hispanic people in the Hispanic community here in this New York State and New York alone. It's overwhelming, folks. Even with my people, I have so many nieces and nephews on the black side. It's unbelievable. I can't go to malls. I can't go to stores. Can't go to the neighborhood stores. I can't be nowhere without somebody say, hey, Unc, where you at this weekend? What's going on? You on the podcast? You at the club? You doing security? You doing that? You speaking somewhere? You in Albany? It's because of relationships, folks. In the brand I have built. This is Petticoat Clothing Sportswear. I have 3, 4, 5 different clothing materials, different outlooks of this brand. And I have an adult brand that you guys should look up and see it. This number 26 is the number I wore at East Boston High, my high school jersey. It comes from relationships that I have built and was compelling that comes out of my mouth. That works for me. So, folks, I'm not telling you go out and be some type of extraordinaire. Go out and be friends with everybody, because everybody ain't your friend. And everybody ain't family. And it's those haters and those enviers who are willing to take you down at any cost. You have to always be careful for, no matter what. By all means. And keep God in your life. Keep that relationship very personal. And always make sure the blessings you're getting from God Almighty, you spread them dearly. And this is one of them. I took this voice that I never liked speaking out to. My arithmetic was pretty low in every level when I was a child coming up. But today, God has given me opportunity to make this voice be heard around the world. Around the world. And no, I'm no president. No, I'm no senator. No, I'm no city council. No, I'm not a state or federal leader. I'm Jay Works, podcaster, a husband, a father, a granddad, a brother and an uncle, and a dear friend to a lot of different people in different places and different atmospheres. But one thing I do know, I know myself, folks. And when you know yourself, that's half the battle. But folks, I'm going to end this level and saying, hey, relationships and friends don't add up. But love and respect adds up to one. You're never supposed to count your friends or relationships. You're supposed to know them. I'm going to say this again. Excuse me. You're never supposed to count your friends or relationships. You're supposed to know them. So listen, America. God bless you. God bless me. God bless Bobby Brown. Happy birthday again, my brother. And always keep those important relationships where they need to be. And for those who are celebrating Black History Month, please don't forget, celebrate it every day. Not just in February, the shortest month of the year. I don't know who thought of that idea. Wasn't too smart doing that. Because blacks been around for 4 million years. That we know of. That's bigger than any 28 days or whatever days in February that comes around. So folks, salute you ones who are celebrating Black history, but I'm celebrating you all, plus me and mines, every day. God bless America, and hope you enjoyed this morning topic, friendship. I'm Street Savvy and Jay Works, and this is the podcast. Don't worry about all the other bull crap. God bless you, and welcome relationships. Good morning, America.